There we go. Sorry about that. 7 minutes on the air. Nobody told me no audio. Anyway, thank you again, RJ, for stopping in now that people can actually hear me. But, there we go. Sorry about that. But anyway, like I was saying, not a bad thing to say about any parts of this match. Seth Rollins has just done an amazing freaking job. And I got to tell you guys, I was impressed, man. Seth Rollins impressed me for a long time. The only thing I have to say about this is I really wish they would quit going to that knee. Either the knee is healed by now or it's not healed. You know, say it's a nagging injury all you want, but it gets boring after a while. It really does. So, yeah, I mean, just him versus Cena, man, was freaking amazing. Near fall after near fall, AA after A. He even hit Cena with an A. And Cole is selling it like it's like the worst thing that's ever happened to Cena. Oh, my God. I got to tell you, I like the commentary here. I like Cole. I like Graves. I like Coach. Everything in this match gelled together. Everything in this match fell into place for these guys. I think Dylan Hales put out on Twitter, you know, hey, it's only late February. WWE has already given us 3 of probably the most interesting matches ever. It's only February. WrestleMania hasn't even happened yet, for crying out loud. We got the Chamber this Sunday. It's a good time for WWE. WWE has actually been giving us pretty okay matches every now and then when they, you know. I'm not saying we have to have a match that goes 2 hours every Monday night. But golly, man, I'm curious to see what the drop-off is in the ratings. I really am. They had nothing but the Olympics and NBA basketball that would fuck with them tonight. And they were like, hey, we got nothing, no real big competition. So we're just going to throw them out there for 2 hours with this damn gauntlet match. And it worked. Kudos to whoever brought this idea up. So after Seth Rollins pins John Cena clean, he pinned John Cena and Roman Reigns in the same night clean. But he's probably not winning Sunday. He's probably going to have a throwaway match at Mania with Kurt Angle. A match that after it's over will mean nothing. Just like John Cena and The Undertaker. After it's over, nothing. We'll get there, though. We'll get there, folks. So Elias comes out next, and now we're all thinking, okay, this is smart. Elias is going to get the pinfall. And he does. He hits the jerk away for the 3 count. They didn't take a ton of commercial breaks here. They put over Elias, which I'm happy with. I'm happy with this turnout. I knew Rollins wasn't going to win. The whole time during Cena and Seth, they're sitting there going, you know, we still got 3 more matches really to give you in this one match. We got 3 more mini matches to give you. And I know what people are going to say. Cena could still go. Cena could still go. He can when he's there. I don't know why they're putting so much emphasis on a part-timer. But it's John Cena. He's got the cock of the walk there, you know. He's pretty much booking himself at this point, I think. And I liked how they cut away to the back with Renee Young, with John Cena. I asked him, hey, how about that, match? And how about what does this do to affect your chances in the chamber, your momentum going into the chamber? It was beautiful how they did this. It was so well done. It told a magnificent story. If anybody gives WWE shit for this, man, they need to get their head checked. So Elias ends up winning, and then out comes Finn Balor. With the, I know, here we go on Twitter. Daniel Bryan ring gear. He's got to be Daniel Bryan with the ring gear, Joe White. He is. He's got red. Dark red. Only Daniel Bryan's allowed to wear maroon, Joe White. So then we get Elias versus Finn Balor, and even that was good. Not as good as what we had just seen, but it was okay. I think people wrote on Twitter, this is where the crowd lulled a little bit. And you know what? It worked. It worked fabulously. This was the part of the match where the crowd gets to, it's the yo-yo effect, guys. I mention that every now and then. Every match should have a yo-yo effect. Get them up. Get them up. Then you got to wind them down a little bit. You got to jerk them back up a little bit. And then you go down with them, It's that yo-yo effect where you bring them up and down, up and down. And this was the time for the crowd to be brought down a little bit and have a breather. The wrestling was still good, but the crowd was like, okay, we could calm down a little bit. We know what's going to happen here. Balor ends up hitting the coup de grace. Gets the win over Elias. Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas come, and The Miz makes his way to the ring. And I'm like, oh my God, we're still not over. This has been so good, and it's about to get even better. Renee Young is in the back with Elias, asking him about his advantage in the chamber, entering in last. And this is so good. It built it up so well. I'm excited for this match on Sunday now. Going into the gauntlet, I'm sitting there going, oh my God, we're going to see all these guys, and it's going to make the chamber match less exciting. No way. I'm hyped for Sunday after watching this. They did their job here. They absolutely did their job here. The Miz ends up hitting the skull-crushing finale for the 3 count. Bo Dallas, and Curtis Axel both interfere. And it was beautiful. And The Miz is all excited. Yeah, I'm going to Mania. Oh, I'm going all the way. But the crowd knows what's happening, And here's what kills me is, at the beginning of the night, they mentioned Finn Balor's name, and the crowd goes, yay! And then Balor's wrestling, and they're like, we want Strowman, we want Braun. Again, Balor was put in there for that cool down period. I'm telling you right now, Balor is not winning on Sunday. If anything, Balor's taking the first pinfall. They're getting Balor out of there quick on Sunday. Where Balor goes at WrestleMania, I have a damn weird feeling he's in that Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Which is sad because they have a hell of a talent on their hands, but they don't see it. They don't see him as the guy. Dude got injured right after being brought up to the main roster. They don't see him as the guy. They see him as injury prone. They don't bring out that face paint as much as they need to. Hell, the last few weeks, what has he done? He's been curtain jerking with Anderson and Gallows. So Dallas and Axel both try to interfere. Braun puts them in their place. He hit a hell of a skull-crushing finale on Strowman. Strowman ends up kicking out, sends Miz through the ropes, and takes out Dallas and Axel, which was awesome. He then hits a clothesline when Miz returns to the ring. He hits the running power slam for the 3 count. After they had brawled all throughout the arena a little bit. This was amazing. It was a hell of a cap to this damn first 2 hours. Hell of a roller coaster ride this match was. Not a bad thing really to say about it. After the match, Braun is asked out on there by PromoBot 3000. If he will have a different process on Sunday since he's never been in a match before, and he goes, I don't fear what the unknown. The unknown fears me, and I'm going out there. Brock is going to get these hands, and he has some unfinished business to attend to, and he goes to the ring, attacks Axel, Dallas, and The Miz a bunch of times. Miz tries to run away, but he's thrown back on the stage, sends him down the ramp, gets back into the ring, hits a power slam on him, wants to leave again, but no, the crowd's egging him on for more, so he gets more. This was great. Again, these first 2 hours of Raw, and I know what people are thinking. A lot of people were like, they could just end Raw right here and it'd be great. No, it wouldn't be. Because you'd have the sensitive universe and all the SJWs out there going, they didn't have a women's match on Raw. That must mean they don't care about the women. The same way at the house shows in Baltimore and Richmond before the Rumble this year, last month. There weren't any women's matches on those 2 house shows, and everybody's going, there weren't no women's matches on the house shows. You idiots. They were getting ready for the Rumble and choreographing it for you. They put on a hell of a match because of it. Just because you don't see a women's match on every show doesn't mean they're neglecting them. Doesn't mean they forgot about them. They could have this match right here, right now, or this episode of Raw after this 2-hour match, and I would have been satisfied. Give the undercard a night off. Give the women a night off. Hey, we'll have you here to cut promos, do photo shoots, do localized promos, whatever the case may be. You just won't be on the show. But Joe, if they do that, that means they won't get paid for being on TV. So what? Give them an easy night. We'll see you next week. But no, Raw's got to be 3 hours because USA wants it 3 hours. So they stuffed the undercard down their throats for the 3rd hour. I guarantee you this 3rd hour is probably going to be so there's going to be a huge drop on that 3rd hour this week. I guarantee it. I'm curious to see the first 2 hours and to see how much of a drop off there is for this 3rd hour. Because while the 3rd hour didn't suck, it wasn't the best. Asuka's in the back. Then we take a look at the newest inductee of the Hall of Fame, Jeff Jarrett, which my boy Jeff over there at OTRS Central, his head's spinning. And of course, it's the AA, J-A-F-F, J-A-R-R-E-T, Jeff Jarrett. We don't get don't piss me off. We don't get slap nuts. They didn't mention Impact. They didn't mention TNA. They didn't mention Global Force. Did you really think they're gonna? Come on. Don't quit kidding yourself. Quit having delusions of grandeur. Kurt Angle's going to induct him. No, sorry. Road Dogg. I'm surprised if Road Dogg inducts this guy. Asuka's in the ring with Renee Young, and here's where the show kind of, man, she tried. I'll give her credit. She tried to cut a promo in English. I would have liked it much better if she was like half Japanese or cut a Japanese promo and then in English said, this Sunday she's not going to be ready for Asuka. But now they have to try to make her learn English. There was one point where she totally forgot her lines and got and slipped up. Can't blame her for that. Anyway. She goes, Nia likes to talk, but then this Sunday she'll be tapping out. And then Nia comes in, tries to attack Asuka, but Asuka hits her with some kicks. An Irish whip. Asuka hits a boot. Nia gets Asuka on her shoulders, hits a Samoan drop, hits three leg drops, one of which is to the back of the neck. I like it. But in traditional WWE booking, whoever gets the upper hand on the go-home show usually loses at the pay-per-view, so Asuka's probably going over, as well she should. We then get a video package on Ronda Rousey, and we have, I think they showed Naomi and Charlotte putting her over. I'm like, no. You talk about the news coverage she got you. You talk about, have Triple H and Stephanie talk about her. But you don't have women already admitting that she's so good and so great. Why? Because you instantly give the impression that neither Naomi or Charlotte Flair have a chance against this woman in the ring. You've beat them before the match even goes there. Then we get Sheamus and Cesaro versus Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews with Dana Brooke. I like Dana Brooke in this role, as I've said many weeks beforehand. This was an okay match. A little bit of time filler here. Apollo rolls up, Cesaro for the 3 count. Apparently, they're just calling Apollo now. They've dropped the cruise. He's now just Apollo. Wasn't there a worker in TNA just named Apollo? Maybe even been WWE. I don't know. Matt and Bray have a classic promo. You're a liar. You're a liar. Oh, God. When will this end? Anything with Bray Wyatt in it now is just death. Paige is in the back after the commercial. Sought to redefine the revolution. Mandy looks like she's reading from a cue card. So does Sonya Deville. And we get the main event. Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Mickie James versus Alexa Bliss, Sonya Deville, and Mandy Rose. Okay, little 6-man tag here. I did like at the end, after the baby faces get the win, Sonya and Mandy attack Sasha. Bayley tries to help Sasha, but Mandy and Sonya stop her. Mandy and Sonya double team Bayley. Sonya hits a running knee on Sasha. Alexa sees that she's alone in the ring with Sonya and Mandy, and Mickie makes the save. And then they both hit a double McDDT. And I like how they gave the impression of, you got Absolution, you got Bayley and Sasha, and now it looks like Alexa and Mickie are kind of on the same page. It's like three factions against one another in the chamber match, but yet it's still every woman for herself. And that was Raw. Again, I'm not really I could say about it. It was really good. I really enjoyed that gauntlet match. That gauntlet match, man. That gauntlet match for me was 3 stars easily, from beginning to end. Well, you could have left out the Roman Reigns promo at the beginning and it would have made it better, but still, it was damn good. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the entire episode of the Raw. There was not one point in this episode that really made me want to fall asleep. Everything was good. Everything was great. So I just, I'm curious to see what SmackDown does against this, because SmackDown's building to a pay-per-view of their own. They're going to have pay-per-views come starting in May. So I'm curious to see how that goes. Tomorrow, I'll be doing a video talking a little bit about Black Panther reaching the $2 million mark. Going to be talking about that. More on WWE. Maybe a little bit of video game news thrown in there. We're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about tomorrow. I'm on a podcast I'm releasing. My Patreon subscribers will get it first. If you want to support this channel and so help me out, please feel free to do so by going over to the Patreon link in the description below. $1 a month gets you all access to everything for now. I will be doing a second tier in the future. But for now, $1 a month gets you everything, including the audio version of the official and unofficial CWF Mid-Atlantic After Show. Speaking of CWF, it was announced today that CWF standout Kane Justice, he showed up in Nova Pro last weekend, and it looks like for I guess it's for Make-A-Wish, Georgia. Action Wrestling is putting this on. They're based in the Atlanta metro area. They promote benefits. And the first one is April 27th in Tyrone, Georgia. Golly, I wish I could make it to the trip down there. Because Fred Yehai is taking on Kane Justice. That's a match right there. That is, oh man, that's going to be freaking amazing. That is going to be freaking amazing. And you know what? It's all because, he had that incredible year last year in CWF Mid-Atlantic. That's freaking incredible, man. I'm happy for Kane. I'm proud of Kane Justice. Yeah, I agree with Travis McNeil. That needs to be put up on YouTube. Anyway, folks, I'm going to go ahead and duck on out of here for the night. Sorry the first 7 minutes of this were dead audio, but my OBS was screwing with me. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night with everything working before SmackDown. Or after SmackDown. I'll see you tomorrow night.